And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a good one lined up. I got about two cryptos that are very, very interesting. You guys gave me a list of 5. One of them, I believe, is eCash. It's XEC. And another one is SEI. Another one is FET. IOTA. And then Aero, AERO. Those are the ones I'm going to try to go over. Let me bust out the two that are very, very fast and 2 cryptos I wouldn't fucking touch. We'll get those out of the way first. What I did is I made this show just in case the $10 a month people want to buy these cryptos. I got this as a $10 show. After this, I'll turn it on for the $5 people. And after 1 hour, I'll make the show open to the general public. So that gives you guys less than about 2 hours to locate these cryptos if you're interested in them. And if you want to buy them, that's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and present all these cryptos as much as I can to you. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. What I try to do is my best due diligence. I'll deep dive cryptos that you ask me to look up, and then I'll just give you the evidence that I find, and it's not all of it. I don't have all the evidence. I have the best I could find. And then what I'll do is let you use you could ask me, hey, Crypto Hulk, what do you think? And then it's just my opinion is all that it is. You are the ultimate one that decides what you want to buy. So there goes that. Jeffrey Gaylord, thank you very much. My God, Jeffrey Gaylord's breaking down the money, everybody. He's like red pilling this shit like way too much. When he gets when that little bank account draft. Wow, right on. I appreciate tax-free donations. If anybody wants to join the $500 club, it does seem like a lot. I got people that join up sometimes with their friends and buy the $500 membership. That's one way to do it. There's 3 guys on the channel. I don't like to advertise who they are, but there's 3 guys on the channel that got a $500 membership. And they split it 3 ways, and they're working together to try to make it big. They probably already paid for their membership 1, 2, 3 times over already, at least per month. So with that, some people can choose to do that. That's fine. You'll find out right away. You can always shoot me a text, give me a call or something. Hey, those 5 cryptos tonight, would you buy any of them or something like that? Or, so we kind of do that. So at least you find out early. The $500 people find out early. What's the key? If any cryptos run up, I'm not talking about the ones I talk about, but if any cryptos run up, it's always the people that are there first. Then you can tell sometimes they chicken out and back out real quick because they generally don't understand the crypto. If you look at that crypto, what did we go over? Evernote? Let me take a look. I'm still doing my disclaimer. CoinMarketCap, Evernote. We're at 31%. It's been as high as 38. But if you look at a 24-hour on this thing, it just went up and it's kind of staying up pretty good. You can clearly see in the very beginning the people that sold off like right away. And then it dumped and then it went up and then it went up even higher. When these people sold, this crypto went even higher than when they sold off. And it's just been maintaining 30%. And as well as it should be. It's a great crypto. I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to deep dive it again. I'd like to do a show maybe on an Evernote, not now, maybe next month, like the first week of next month or something. I'm not going to deep dive it again right now. I'll wait at least 2-3 weeks before I do it again. But anyhow, let's get back to my disclaimer. We got some good cryptos I want you to look at. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Chase the dragon. I chase the dragon before every show. That means you get some tinfoil, you put heroin on there, you light it with the lighter, and you just get really fucking high. Snort. Look, I'm high 24/7 off all kinds of hardcore drugs. So any kind of financial advice you either get from ZOLTAR or I'm so fucking coked out when you interpret me giving you financial advice, it's all bogus, okay? So it works out real good. Every show, every post, anything I've ever done online, I'm always so super fucking high that there's no way that can be construed as a business contract or financial advice. When I'm telling you in advance, either it's the fucking toy or I'm super fucking high and you interpret it, oh, that's financial advice. Yeah, I'm so coked out. And after I tell you that, you still invest in shit. The judge is going to look at you like, there's something wrong. You shouldn't even be investing. We actually need to send you to a social worker, because if you got a guy who's telling you he's fucking high and he snorts coke and injects heroin, all shit, and you still invest after what he says, you need to see a social worker, because they're going to have to take away your money. You're not fit to be able to spend money. That's what they do in the court system. If they figure out you're mentally not capable of understanding when a guy tells you every single fucking show that he's coked out and you still invest, the court system's going to send you to a psychiatrist to take away your right to control money. You're going to have a guardian assigned to you, because you don't obviously understand what a disclaimer is, and you're spending all this money. You get financially wrecked on anything I say. I've already told you I'm coked out. I inject heroin, methamphetamine, all kinds of stuff, and you still invest. You're going to be investigated, and your rights to control money are going to be taken away from you. I know how it works. I worked in the criminal justice and the social welfare fields for a few years, at least in social welfare. So I'm very well familiar in how that works. I'm giving a disclaimer right now. That's all on you, buddy. Okay. Now, like my channel, share it with people, make a playlist, make 8 videos and run them and let them run at your house. I can't tell you to turn the volume off. That would be wrong for me. But if the phone call rings, don't use your mouse to turn off the volume. Turn it off with this, and that way YT doesn't know if you turn off the volume on your 8 hours of continuous playback. Okay. Now, that's all on you, buddy. It is. Like, here's the thing. I don't want to tell you this little secret. Some of you might do it. But if you go get okay, no, I don't want to tell you that, because that would be wrong. Unless I told you, don't do this. Okay, don't do this. Don't get your phone recorder on and play it, maybe even with video. Don't do that. And then, but get all drunk, at least a legal limit of, I don't know, 0.15 or something that's higher. Don't do that to where you're clearly kind of like intoxicated. Maybe you do a little breathalyzer, but the fact that you're drunk. Now, if you go buy a car, now don't make it a Corvette or something fun, okay? But if you go to actually sign that contract, and the salesman knows that you're drunk, you make it very clear, hey, I just drank a 12-pack before I came in here to buy this car. And if the sales guy's like, oh, yeah, you sound fine, this and that, legally, you're not liable for that contract, because you already stated that you've drank 12 shots of vodka or whatever it is, and you smoked some methamphetamine or something. Don't do anything that I'm telling you right now. I'm showing you what not to do. So if you get all coked out or whatever you want, and maybe you do some, but you have to admit to them the stuff that you've done and all that. If they still sell you the car, well, you might want to go see a lawyer for that. But legally, I don't believe you're still responsible, because you made the omission that, yes, I drank 12 shots and I snorted a few lines of cocaine, and that was about an hour ago, and I'm flying high like a kite right now. And if you have somebody with you and you can tell them, hey, I'm not driving the car home, he'll drive it. I'm just buying it. Now, if they still sell you the car, that goes on the dealership. So technically, yeah, it becomes a big mess. Don't do anything that I'm telling you, okay? Do not do anything that I'm telling you. Now, let's get into the first crypto, XEC. Let's see if I can find this one. SEI. Okay, here's SEI. Personally, Zoltar told me never to buy SEI. Okay? All right. I can't tell you what to do. Let me... 2021, founding of SEI Labs. It was made by a guy named Jeffrey Feng. Let me read off my notes first. You got a Goldman Sachs executive works for this company. SEI executive works for them, and somebody from Robinhood. Circle became a significant investor in this company. Multicoin Capital did as well. And that kind of sounds good. Circle really taking an interest in this company. I didn't see any fireworks in the article personally. Let me go through the article a little bit. Me personally, I give it a thumbs down, but you can do whatever you want. That's the whole thing. Isn't this lovely? Jeffrey Feng, he used to work at Goldman Sachs. Okay. Jayendra Jog, that's the software engineer, used to work at Robinhood. Okay. And then Dan Edelbeck. There's not much. He's like a ghost. Okay. Not so far. I'm not seeing fireworks here. If I'm playing on the professional football, I don't want any of these guys on my team. SEI was founded in 2021. It's a layer 1 blockchain for high-speed transactions. And there's no banks involved in this, no government involvement, no academic, no contractors involved in this. You got Jumbo Crypto, distributed global, multi-coin capital. They're kind of popular. Asymmetric Capital Flow, Hypersphere Ventures, Bixen Venture. Okay, none of these things are, I'm not getting a fucking stiffy off this shit. Let me scroll down a little bit here. No new funding or bank involvement. They did get 50 million round in funding from somebody. Investor details are less clear. So this is something where they got some money here, but we don't know who did it because they didn't disclose. So this is a bunch of phooey, Hong Kong phooey right here. Now, the only thing they got going for him is Circle. Circle, the issuer of USDC, emerged as a significant investor. Okay, that's the best thing they got going for him. Maybe Circle's going to use him for as a little bitch boy or something. I don't know. Like a man whore type relationship. Something going on in Wyoming with this company. They don't have any startup accelerators working for them. That's a bad sign. Look, yeah, just let me move on because I'm not trying to get into all this. Okay, so that's SEI. They got Circle going, working with them. That's it. Okay, I already shot my wad. Let's go to the next one. Fetch, F-E-T. No, let's do XEC. Hold on a minute. That's F-E-T. Did I delete that one? Son of a bitch. Well, son of a bitch, Crypto Hulk. Shoot, Cletus. The XEC one. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Son of a bitch. Thought I lost it. False alarm. Okay, XEC. Let me read off. These cryptos go from bad to worse. So, hey, but it's all right. Look, I'm not making fun of you. If you told me to look up SEI, I saved you a lot of problems. You might get fucking broke on this deal. XEC. It's probably even worse than SEI, okay? I'm glad I did the deep dive. I saved you a lot of money because these are two shit coins I wouldn't even fuck with at all. You couldn't pay me to fuck this dumb shit, okay? XEC, X-Ray Edward Charlie, is a fork of Bitcoin. There's a guy named Roger Ver who's mixed up in this. He's a fucking criminal for the past 20 years. according to records that I found, so if Roger Baby tries to talk about slander and all that shit, the court records that I found, this guy has a history of just being a fucking criminal. Now he's this XEC is mixed up with Avalanche, and let's get on. It models Bitcoin Cash. Okay, this is a train wreck right here, the XEC. I wouldn't even go over this at all, but somebody wanted me to talk about it. I'm going to show you. It started in 2008 and 2009. It's a long time ago. So, at least the conceptual roots, the concept of eCash is based on Bitcoin. We already know that's a fucking train wreck ready to happen. So, that's where this shitcoin started. The people that started it had pseudo, that's PSEUDO, pseudo anonymity. So the people that started this, they're wearing Halloween costumes. Okay, nobody knows really who the fuck they are. They use the name Hot Pants Baby Boy at 63. So that's one of the names of the developers. For real. Hot Pants at 63 is where they're. So they're using these pseudonym names and shit. Now, where Roger Ver comes in, he's like a straight up criminal, convicted criminal already, felon at the federal level. Roger Ver was mixed into this project around 2017. That's about a few years after he got in trouble. Okay, Roger Ver is an early investor in Ripple, and we'll talk about Roger Ver here in a minute. This will be fun. But if he's mixed up in this, you want to turn around at the 180 degree and run very fast. So we're going to stop it right here because Roger Ver is just straight up criminal. Let's let a court document show us how criminal he is. Now, there's a guy on social media who uses the term "come on in." He likes Roger Ver. I've done a video on it before. I can't mention his name, but he likes Roger Ver and thinks he's a nice guy. So here's the website here. It's called the United States Department of Justice, Ripple Labs Criminal Investigation 2015. There's a court document I want you to see, because if I'm going to call somebody a fucking career criminal, well, let's take a look at Roger Ver and let's use facts to prove my point. So we go to the Ripple Labs court papers. Go to page 11 out of 16. Look to the far right side of your page numbering system, not the ones at the bottom of the document. Go to the far right. Go to page 11 of 16. You're going to see a paragraph. It's number 28, lowercase letter A. Go to like the last two sentences. Now, Ripple was getting in trouble because Ripple was doing some illegal stuff. Okay, not intentionally, but they were doing illegal stuff, and that's okay. They had Ripple had a agreement with the United States Department of Justice. Ripple paid a fine and stuff. But one particular sentence in here, one source information indicates that this individual, an investor in Ripple Labs, has a prior 3-count federal felony conviction. Now, here's Roger Ver. He has a 3-count. This is just in 2015. I think he's received other felonies since then, okay? And actually, right now, the government's trying to arrest him for more felonies. So, yeah, you probably call him a career criminal. I won't call him that. I'll let you call him that. But he's associated with Ripple in the early days as an investor. Very interesting. But he has a 3-count felony for what? Dealing, mailing, and storing explosive devices. And he was sentenced to prison. And that's just very interesting. I think around 2002. So this is like maybe 10, 12 years before he got with Ripple, maybe about 10 years. And just recently now, Roger Ver's in the news. The United States put out a warrant for his arrest for more felonies. Not a big deal. I'm not going to mess with the XEC. Anything with Roger Ver in it, I'm running away. So there you have that one. Now, that's two of them right there. Let's go to FET. FET. Here we go. FET. Let me read my notes on FET. All right. Here we go, everybody. Time to get serious. FET. The two founders were out of Cambridge, England. Cheerio. It's an AI company that uses a token. Booking travel, like vacation stuff, DeFi, Web3. It's used for Web3. So that means later on, this thing's going to really start to run, okay? Not right now. It uses DAG, and that's cool because that's what HBAR is. It's like a DAG. And it uses Cosmos as well. And by the way, Cosmos is a Ripple partner, okay? It uses PeerSyst. FET, F-E-T, uses PeerSyst. This is a massive Ripple partner, and they've got massive Ripple connections. FET would probably be something that I'd be interested in. We're right about now, when I'm seeing this, so PeerSyst is helping Ripple and FET. Let's get into this. PeerSyst is involved. By the way, PeerSyst is a Ripple Hedera partner. Oh, shit. So not only is it a DAG, it's Hedera's partner. Yes. Ripple partner. Yes. It's looking pretty good for Crypto Hulk. I'm not telling you to buy it. ZOLTAR is. PeerSyst worked with IBM on Hyperledger. Who's involved in that? XLM, that's Stellar. Stellar blockchain is involved with Hyperledger. Now we got PeerSyst, Hedera, Ripple. FET is looking pretty fucking good, okay? Just saying. FET works with the University of Spain. So now we got a government and an educational system working with this crypto. That's a good thing. Very, very good thing, okay? When you got the government involved, I know they're criminals, but that's a good thing. You're all in the same gang. Like, if I'm going to be in the gang of the United States government, then at least I'm in that gang, okay? So they're not going to bust me because I'm working with them, and they're gangsters as well. So it's all good, okay? Oh, now they got $500 million from Inverready of Spain. Inverready is Inverready. Inverready of Spain. That's important. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Oh, shit. It never ends. PeerSyst is a partner of Algorand, who's a partner of Hedera, who's a partner of Ripple. This shit just never ends. This FET, I think right now you got 2 thumbs up with Crypto Hulk. I haven't figured out a dollar amount. If I had money to put in it, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about $1,000. That's just me. Don't do what I do. PeerSyst is working with Ripple's Bhutan. Okay, you know the government of Bhutan, the republic where Ripple made a stable coin and all that shit? PeerSyst is working with that government. So that's pretty fucking amazing. PeerSyst is working with Standard Chartered Bank. Oh, shit. Standard Chartered Bank has some called Zodiac Custody. That's crypto custody. And PeerSyst is working with Santander. That's a Ripple partner. Oh, by the way, PeerSyst, on a separate background I did, is working with Stellar. So, I mean, I don't really think I need to go on much more. Inverready, that company that donated $500 million, Where did Inverredi of Spain get that money? I've never heard of Inverredi. Hold on. Wait till you listen to this. You know how they got that $500 million and gave it to this project? It's called Inverredi gave it to them. Who is Inverredi? Listen to this. Intel is involved in this. Symantec. You know, Symantec, isn't that some kind of antivirus or something? Symantec? Holy fuck. IBM is involved with this. Facebook, the Libra portion of it. Just the NASDAQ of the United States. Just the NASDAQ's involved. That's not a big fucking deal. The BME group, Boy, Mary, Edward group. And Inverredi, the reason Inverredi is helping FEI, listen to this, because Inverredi has a law firm that allows companies to pass MiCA standards. That's market and crypto assets. Congratulations. That's a fucking wiener right there. And I'm saying that using my Latin American accent. This FEI, it's a wiener, okay? I'm not going to go over my reading it off the internet shit. I took my notes, and I wrote down the most important shit that I found. So let me look at CoinMarketCap. See how much this fucking thing costs. Coin market cap, and we'll do a FEI. USD. It's $1. Okay. That thing, it's worth $1. Let's look at it on the past month. It's actually staying the same. The past year, at one point, it's still the same. It's been hovering about $1. I wonder if it's some kind of stable coin or some shit. That's why it's always at like $1. That's what my guess is. Look, I don't know too much about this anymore. Yeah, wait a second. The aim of FEI is to propose a technological solution in a sweet spot between rigid, over-collateralized, decentralized stablecoins and centralized custodial stablecoins. So that's what I'm going to tell you what I think this is. Now they have something called Tribe. Okay, FEI is a stablecoin. I was right from just looking at the. It always seemed to be just about $1. So this is a stablecoin. So if anything, it's always been about the same price. Yeah, the whole time this thing's been around, that's a stable coin. Now, they do have a token. It's called Tribe Governance Token. Let me type that in. I'm not seeing it, and I don't suggest you try to look for it. Tribe Governance Token. It looks like it's 42 cents. It's TRIBE. I don't know where you'd buy this thing at, but it's 42 cents. Chris Sharpie. It's FET, not FEI. Yeah, I'm sorry, FET. What the fuck? Okay, let me go back and hold on. Let me get out of this. FET. I'm not. I can't pull it up on CoinMarketCap when I do FET. Let me take a look at my notes. What do we got here? Fetch AI is what, okay. Let me do a copy. Fetch AI. Oh, it's one of these J pumps or something like that. I'm not fucking with that. I don't know, like, let me do something here. Give me a minute. Okay, Binance, Coinbase, it's FET, Kraken, looks like it's about 70 cents. Gate.io, KuCoin, OKX, and BitMEX, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and it goes anywhere around 60 to 70 cents. So that is your Fetch AI, and the crypto is FET. So I'll tell you what, that thing, I'm pretty shocked. That one there, it's got so many connections, it's crazy. All right, let's go with the next one. IOTA. Mike Gilbert says, it was cheap when I got FET. I don't care if I lose $500. And that's it. Like, look, I'm not trying to pump and dump anything on this show. Unless I'm in first, then I'll pump and dump. Not if I come in last. But no, it's just like, I'm going to show you what cryptos, what I find for evidence. And you look at the evidence and you have to make a decision. Do I want to buy it? Do I want to pump and dump it? I don't care. I don't know what. I don't have any money to do anything anyway with. Remember, I'm only rich on the 1st and 2nd of the month. And after that, I'm broke. Okay. So on the 2nd, after I get my crypto allowance from Caleb and Brown, I will, after I buy the crypto, let you know which ones I get. All right. Now, after the show, you have to locate the fetch that you want to get. It's fetch. What I looked up was fetch.ai, and it's FET, and you have to figure out where the right place to buy it is. That's not on me. So I'm reading off Grok. Grok is telling me the founding of Fetch.ai, it was founded in 2017 by Humayun Sheikh. The guy's last name is Sheikh, Sheikh. And the crypto, according to Grok, is FET. Now, I whatever Grok's saying, that's Grok. If Grok's giving wrong information, then that's not my problem. That's Grok. So, because I'm telling you it's Grok. It's not my information. This is Grok. So I'm giving you a disclaimer with that right there. It's FET. FET is on Uphold, and it's on Coinbase. I was pretty shocked that FET stuff, very impressed. I mean, you got all the top players in it. You got the top 10. Like, you could take those 10 and you don't need any other fintech companies or blockchain companies. You got them all in there. Fucking Ripple, Hedera, Algorand, on and on and on and on. Fucking Peersys, and everybody's fucking in this thing. It's a fuck fest. Okay. Let's go to IOTA. Look, if it pumps, it pumps. If it don't, I don't care. Would I buy this? I gotta put that on my fucking list. Hold on. Now, just because it's on my list doesn't mean I'm getting it, but it's on my fucking list. And I got 15 cryptos on my list, so obviously I'm not buying 15. Okay, that's on my list. If it's me, I'd put in 1,000 if I had the money. I'm not worried about that one. If it stays the same price or dumps, I don't care. I know that crypto is so fucking connected. I'd wait. I'd spend $1,000. If it takes 6 months or a year for me to make any money, I'm fine with that. That's a solid one right there. Okay, IOTA. Let me get out of IOTA. Peersys. Let me click out of that article. Peersys is a fucking monster. They don't have a crypto, don't worry. But they're just so fucking huge. The Peersys that helps all this FET and Ripple and shit. It's amazing. And you got governments involved in this, and just FET did it right. Okay, next it's IOTA. Let me read off my notes first. It uses a DAG, just like Algorand, Hedera, FET. It uses a DAG. It's based in Berlin, Germany. Well, we know that Ripple's first customer was in, I think, Berlin, Germany. It was Fedor Bank, F-I-D-O-R, in Germany. Ripple's very first customer in the entire world, Germany. Now, who were the first people at Ripple? Well, they all had German. They were all from either Germany or had German names. The Evan Schwartz, David Schwartz, Rebecca Schwartz. Imagine, it's 2013. You got 3 Germans, or German Schwartzy last names, Jewish, whatever you want to call it. And you got this guy named Stefan Thomas. How do you end up a little tiny company like Ripple? Think about this now. How does Ripple end up a little company in 2013 and you got 3 people with the last name of Schwartz? Come on. All right, Ripple's not a company. If I were to ask the question, how does a company like Ripple have 3 Schwartzes in 2013, a startup? And you say, I have the answer, Crypto Hulk. I got the answer. Because it's not a company, it's a government. That's how, Crypto Hulk. I'm like, good answer. Okay. I like that one, thinking outside of the box. All right. This IOTA is working with, well, if you want to buy IOTA, it's MIOTA, M-I-O-T-A, Mary, Ida, Ocean, Thomas, Adam. It's the crypto. So the name of it's IOTA. The crypto starts with the letter M, Mary, MIOTA. Got it? It works with Bosch. If you know anything about spark plugs and that automotive shit, Bosch, B-O-S-C-H. They make sinks, dishwashers, all kinds of shit, ovens. Like, I'm not into like I don't ever use a dishwasher. I don't even really use the oven. I love the air fryers and shit, but I'm not here to talk about my cooking skills. But Bosch, like if I got crypto rich, I'm doing my fucking kitchen in Bosch, okay? Get a double oven and shit, the refrigerator, all shit. Bosch is just fucking amazing. IOTA is also working with Volkswagen. Just the biggest car dealer in the world, not a big deal. They work with some big blockchain organizations as well in Europe. They work with government and or industry organizations. IOTA Ecosystem Foundation, it's in Dubai. So IOTA is all throughout the Middle East, just where Ripple is. Now, let me look up something here real quick. I gotta look something up. There is no connection between Ripple and IOTA, according to what I'm looking at. They have no direct relationship. Okay. So let me look here. IOTA, they're tied in with government colleges, like the London College, University of College London. So you've got probably MI6 all up in this. You got something called the Imperial IOTA Infrastructure Lab at Imperial College London. So I'm telling you what, IOTA is one of these hush-hush kind of deals. It's in with the government, colleges and stuff like that. This one is not going to be a lot of fancy noise, no fireworks or nothing going on. This is a solid project in the Middle East. Oh, yeah. APAC, Asia Pacific. Oh, this thing is no joke. There's not a lot of fanfare with IOTA, so I don't have a lot. It's a rather quiet project, I'll tell you. I've never seen much news, if anything, on IOTA, and that's not good or it's not bad. Gosh, I know it's got to be a great program. I don't have a lot to say about it. I really don't. Like, I never see it in the news. I've been in crypto 5 years. It's not barely in the news at all. IOTA is quantum resistant. FET or IOTA? I'd say FET. That's just me. Don't listen. Don't listen to me. I'm high 24/7 on hardcore street drugs. Why are you asking me that question? Hulk, IOTA is one of those hush-hush projects, in my humble opinion, says Lester Mena. No reason for IOTA not to be on Caleb Brown. IOTA's tied to the World Economic Forum. I'm going to tell you what. IOTA is the government. It's college-y. That's my technical term. IOTA is very college-y. It's mixed in with universities and stuff. There's government stuff going on with this on a hush level. I think there's a problem that they're trying to fix with IOTA. They're trying to attain like micro transmission stuff. It's not a scam. I don't think it's a waste of money. Whether it's a successful project or not, I don't know. They're not really in with a lot of people at all. You got industry. Hey, the industries, let me look here. Yeah, they're in with some auto industries. I think also I read in another portion, they're in with Land Rover. Yeah. Okay, let me continue some of my notes. They got a lot of government and community type organizations that they're kind of working on or with. They're all through the Middle East, and we all know that's where Ripple is. So it works with Ripple to accomplish a project. They're working with Microsoft. I mean, that's Ripple right there. Microsoft is a total Ripple partner. Yeah. Let me look up what's that Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Microsoft and what's that fucking project they got? You guys know it. What's the name of that project? You got Bill and Melinda Gates, and you got Ripple all mixed up with them. Somebody out there help me out. I'm 55. My brain's starting to get forgetful. Mojo Loop. That's it. Too late. Mojo Loop. Well, Onifric's a good one too. And maybe Onifric's mixed in too. So you're right. So who said that? Fucking Robert Driscoll. IOTA will help the robots. Who's going to rule us? Oh, that's just great. Thank you, Dreamer3R, for that. Dude, IOTA is so connected. Yeah, like when I did my search on IOTA, I really didn't find a lot. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of connections, but this is a different, Mojo Loop's what I said. So you got Microsoft hook up with IOTA, and we know that Ripple is working with Microsoft with Mojo Loop and other projects. You got Microsoft Azure blockchain. In 2015, integrating Ripple's blockchain, Microsoft integrated Ripple's blockchain into Microsoft Azure blockchain. Microsoft explored Ripple's interledger protocol to enable transactions. Azure operates a Ripple validating node on the XRP ledger. There you go. So Microsoft's broader blockchain strategy, which also included Ethereum. And I'm surprised. See, Grok, these AIs, they don't know everything, okay? So, what's really fucking stupid is when someone's like, oh, I put your program against Grok and it said that you weren't accurate. That's where I get my information from, dude. Like, now Grok, I asked a question. What's the relationship with Microsoft and Ripple and stuff? And it doesn't mention anything about Mojo Loop or nothing. So just Grok doesn't know everything, okay? So don't look, that's why it's called artificial intelligence. Like, it's getting better. The more that Grok learns and knows and stuff, but I don't Grok's good, but it doesn't know everything, but it's fast. It's like a slave. It can find it can go through thousands of pages of shit and all that, but there's certain things it just doesn't know. It doesn't know everything. So IOTA it's Ripple. It's working with Ripple, and IOTA would be one. Yeah, it would be one that I should get. I should put 1,000 in. I could put that on my list. I'm not gonna probably rush to go get it. I don't know where I put my list. There it is. That'll be number 16 on my list. Alrighty then, we got 10 minutes. This last one, let's talk about Aero. AERO. me look at my notes. Aerodrome, Aerodrome, Aerodrome. Okay, here we go. I'm not liking how it started. What I think about Aerodrome is this. I think that it's an industry-specific blockchain token. It's used primarily just for Coinbase. So if Coinbase were to go out of business tomorrow, I think that Aerodrome would probably take a nosedive with it. Let me read off the notes. It doesn't start well. Co-founded using fake names, pseudonyms. Okay, pseudonyms are like Hot Pants at 63, and somebody else, they're probably called Pickle Lover 23 or something, right? It's an auto. So Aerodrome, Aero is an automated market maker on the Optimism chain. It's a fork of Solidity. It was made for Coinbase platform called Base. It was built on Base. Aero is the primary automated market maker on Base. You lock Aero tokens to get voting and power and access to liquidity pools. Aero is partnered with Uniswap, not my best friend, SushiSwap, definitely not my best friend, and Curve, company called Curve Finance or something. They're utilizing Circle and Tether. Okay, that's to begin with. So we kind of see how, I'm telling you what, they don't want people to know who really made it. At least this is according to the Grok search that I did. I don't know who made this. So it might be somebody at Coinbase and they just don't want to advertise who they are, you know. So let me move on. Now, as I studied Aerodrome, there's a crypto platform that comes in called Yellow Card. Okay. This is very interesting. This is out of Africa. I mean, it originally came out of Louisiana. Wait till you hear this. This sounds wacky. Okay. Like, not only is Aero, the people that made Aero, they use pseudonames like Hot Pants and Pickle Chaser and stuff like that. Big Pickle Chaser, Midget Lover 23, stuff like that. Yellow Card is involved with Base, which is Coinbase's platform. Okay, what's Yellow Card? Aero integrated as well. Now, Yellow Card is an African platform. So how in the hell they work with Coinbase? But it gets weird. Listen, founded by two guys from Louisiana. I think one's name is Billy Joe and the other is Bobby Sue or something. I don't know. But they launched first. So these two guys that live in Louisiana, the two good old boys, they just launched a crypto platform. This is what I'm saying. This story is fucking wacky. They launched a crypto platform and said, hey, Billy Joe. He's like, yeah, Bobby Joe. What do you got to say? Where should we launch our crypto platform? Let's go to Nigeria in Africa. Okay, that's not random at all. So specific investors, they're not mentioned here. So that leads me to believe, I'm just telling you so here's where my opinion comes in. This fucking wacky story, I think somehow one of the top tech companies like Google or somebody, look, we need to get Africa hooked up. I think a division of Coinbase or something big like that. I think Visa's involved in this. I think, and then Ripple's got some hand in this too. Okay. I think what happened is you get some of these big companies that are working with Aerodrome and Yellow Card, are Ripple and Visa and shit like that. That's why they got anonymous people, right? We don't know who fucking made this shit. See, all this shit's done for a reason. And then they open up in Nigeria? Two guys from Louisiana, really? Okay, so that's, all right, hold on.
Although you did it, back some bullshit. Hey, you over there, don't bring that over here. That's bullshit.
Okay, so we had to hit the meter on this. It was just getting too crazy. Specific investors are not mentioned. Now, the CELO, CELO Foundation, they're mixed up in this as well. We did a show on CELO the other day. San Francisco headquarters, China's involved. We know China's heavy in Africa. You got Singapore involved in CELO. Coinbase as well. You got Libra. Facebook's Libra people, they're mixed up with CELO. CELO. You got Google mixed up with CELO. MIT mixed up with CELO. See where this is coming from? Now it's starting to make sense. This is just my opinion now. But you got these big companies in there. Let's keep going because I'm going to show you the Ripple connection here. So CELO's mixed in with all those high-profile people there. Now, Yellow Card joined Coinbase. The Winklevoss brothers that run the Gemini crypto exchange, they're involved in this. Now, Yellow Card launched in Ethiopia, Egypt, Morocco, and Kenya. Those are all Ripple partners to Onafric. Onafric's a payment system that runs throughout Africa, and they're a Ripple partner, and they're tied in with Yellow Card. That is my connection. That's where I'm showing the Ripple connection with this Yellow Card is mixed in with Onafric. Well, there you go, because Onafric's a Ripple partner for at least 5 years or more. Aerodrome. Do we buy Aerodrome or not? Me personally, I don't think it's going to be a big moneymaker. This is my opinion. Do not listen to what I'm saying. Do not buy it based on anything I say. Those of you that want the Crypto Hawk opinion, here it is. It isn't worth anything except a pile of shit, okay? My opinion is we got to hook up Africa. Before anything takes off, Africa will be like the last frontier. When Africa's hooked up with crypto, look out because this thing's going to go, okay? We're going to have global regulations and stuff. What I'm seeing with Aero is that, look, the two guys from Louisiana, how the fuck do you just start up in Nigeria? Come on. So this is all like a plant, okay? This is going on. This is a coordinated event. You got CELO and these big profile people launching in Africa. What this is, you got Google involved, MIT. Come on, man. This is all government and shit. I wouldn't get into Aerodrome because it's for Africa, and they don't have a market. This is a specific African kind of let's hook up Africa deal. Right now, Africa is not a big trading partner. I don't think it's in the top G10 or probably even the G20, any of those countries in there. They might be, but I mean, nothing's like the top 10 countries where you make all your money. So what I really feel this is big tech secretly under pseudonyms Hot Pants 23 and Pickle Chaser 22. They made this crypto. They leave Louisiana, hook everything up Nigeria, hook up with CELO and MIT and Ripple and all this shit and Onafric and get Africa hooked up because that's what we got to do. Tech companies know if you don't hook up Africa, it's going to be all bad. You're going to have so many civil wars and shit going on. You got to get Africa hooked up to get them involved in the world system of trade. That's all that I see this as. I don't see this as going to the moon and shit. I see it as hooking up Africa because we have to. If we don't, these people are going to get killed. They're going to be fighting and killing each other because no one's going to trade with them. So you might as well everybody's going to get fucking snuffed out. Like to prevent World War III and shit. Exactly. So you got to hook everybody up. That's what I see this project as. I don't see it as going to the moon. I wouldn't personally hook up. That's just my opinion. I don't know anything at all. Okay. Let me check some comments here. Michael Anderson says, you saved my butt. A couple of guys I know went deep on this, and I couldn't find anything on Arrow. So big thanks, Hulk. Yeah, so I looked at it, and look, I don't have all the answers, obviously, okay? I don't like that anonymous dumb shit, okay? People using pseudonym names and shit like that. Like, what the fuck? And then two guys from Louisiana, and there's no history of these guys, and then they just make this fucking thing and go to Nigeria. Like, what the fuck, dude? So it's almost like a government project type thing. Like, that's just how I see it, okay? It's strictly my opinion. I presented the evidence for you. There's some names, there's some big names and stuff in there. And so I showed you the good, and then I showed you the bad, which is my opinion. And now it's up to you. You got to decide what you want to do with the project and stuff. And I wish you luck in whichever decision you want to do. Buy it, don't buy it. That's up to you. Let me check here. Let's see. I don't know where you're getting at. There's only 28 here. I'm looking at 230 right there. Fam Crypto. I just got a text from Coinbase that someone from Belgium. Okay, you got to ignore that shit. That's a fake. You just got scammed. So tell them to go fuck themselves. Okay, I got to come up with crypto to deep dive for tonight. Give me 5 cryptos to look up. Crypto time. Tell me your crypto. Crypto She-Hulk says hyper liquid hype. Sounds like a lot of crypto channels, to tell you the truth. Hyper liquid, and it's called HYPE. The second one, Fuel Synapse. We already went over Sora, which is Soramitsu or XOR. Maybe in about 2 weeks or something, ask again. Some cryptos I'll do again if we like them. Shit, yeah. Then I'll deep dive. If we've done it, I'll do an even deeper dive and maybe spend 30, 40 minutes and just dig all the way down and find everything. We got LGT. Look at Block V. I promise your balls will fly off. Well, I'll look it up, but I don't want my balls to fly off because then I'll be a Democrat. Block V. So I guess that's the crypto, Block V. Okay. It sounds like the name of a company, but okay, let me look here at the names. We got the Trump. XEC. We just did XEC. Quant, we did that one. Velo, we just did like 5 days ago or so. Wads Pay. Okay, that's a name I've heard before. Let's see if that's any good. Wads Pay. I don't even know if that's a crypto or not. I've heard of that one, but we'll find out if it's any good. Pi. I've been hearing Pi a lot. Pi. And the last one, EOS or Avalanche. Block V. Symbol is VEE. The symbol is VEE. So, 3-letter symbol. V, then E, then E. Pi, and then Avalanche. That'll be it. Okay. Fam Crypto, thank you for everything, and copy about the Coinbase. They don't contact people. That's scammer shit. Okay. All right, let me get to work. It's going to take me an hour and a half, I'm sure, 2 hours to look all this shit up. We are going to be broke soon. Well, I'm broke right now. I'll be rich July 1st and 2nd, and then I'll be broke again for another 28 days. So that's my life. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to post this show on the open channel for the $5 people. And after that, the free channel will get the show. I'll see y'all in the morning at 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific.